Hello, this is my final presentation. The presentation is called The Effects of Fatherlessness on the Children of a Household. The percentage of children living in fatherless homes has become an epidemic in the last few decades, steadily increasing to the point where 1 in 4 children live in a home where there is no father present. This has very serious effects on the children of those homes. The father absence crisis in America. Children from homes without fathers are 4 times at greater risk of living in poverty. They're more likely to have behavioral problems. They are more likely to go to prison, more likely to commit crime, 7 times more likely to become pregnant as a teen, more likely to face child abuse and neglect, more likely to have substance abuse and alcohol problems, 2 times more likely to suffer from obesity, and 2 times more likely to drop out of high school. Kids from fatherless homes are 5 times more likely to commit suicide. 63% of youth suicides are from fatherless homes. This is 5 times the national average. They are 7 times more likely to become a teenage mom. The effects of fatherless homes has a very strong effect on young girls in particular. A heightened promiscuity and pregnancy rate. 71% of pregnant teens come from fatherless homes. 7 times more likely to drop out of school. And this is a very sad one right here, and it bothers me very much. One of the more horrifying and disturbing statistics involves rape and anger problems. 80% of rapists with anger problems come from fatherless homes. This is 14 times the national average. 15 times more likely to have behavioral disorders. 15 times more likely to end up in prison. 24 times more likely to run away. And 73 times more likely to be killed. Children raised in a father-absent home are more likely to experience behavioral problems. Another sad statistic is that children with mental health or behavioral disorders usually come from homes without a father. 85% of all children who show behavioral disorders come from fatherless homes. Children living without their father in the home are 47% more likely to live in poverty. %90 of all homeless children and runaways are from fatherless homes. This is 32 times the national average. 1 out of 3 live in homes without 1 in 3 children live in homes without biological fathers. 90% of homelessness and runaway children. 85% of all youths in prison come from fatherless homes. 71% of all high school dropouts. Children from fatherless homes are at 120% greater risk to become subject to child abuse. 85% of children with behavioral disorders come from fatherless homes. 63% of youth suicides come from fatherless homes. And they're 7 times more likely to be pregnant as teens. Fatherless absence has shown to lead to greater rates of depression, greater rates of divorce in their own marriages when they become adults, a higher rate of substance abuse, lower educational performance, lower life expectancy, lower average income, lower job security, and lower levels of health. 40% of children in fatherless absent homes have not seen their fathers at all for at least a year. Hold on, here we go. This is my reference page. Biblically, a father's role is to guide and discipline his children in the ways of the Lord. It is to show those children the way they should behave as adults, to know right from wrong and how to make good decisions. Is it any wonder that when you take the father from those children, that the problems I've shown you become so prevalent? It really is sad to see that our government basically ensures that these children don't have their fathers and therefore grow up to be living on welfare, spending time in prison, committing suicide, having substance abuse problems. If we do not do something about the fatherlessness situation in this country, things are only going to get worse. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I'm sorry it wasn't in a more professional format. I did the best that I could. Have a good night.